You might think food is always safe if it's in your kitchen or served at a restaurant, but that's not always true. Some foods, if mishandled or prepared the wrong way, can cause serious illness or even death. From exotic delicacies to everyday items in your pantry, here are 15 foods that can be deadly if not handled properly. Stick around. Some of these will shock you. 1. Cassava. Cassava, also known as yuca or manioc, is a starchy root popular in African, Latin American, and Asian cuisines. But raw cassava contains naturally occurring cyanogenic glycosides, which convert into hydrogen cyanide in the body. The bitter variety can contain up to 50 times more cyanide than the sweet one. According to the World Health Organization, thousands are affected by cassava-related cyanide poisoning each year, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa. It must be peeled, soaked for at least 4 hours, and thoroughly boiled or roasted to be safe. 2. Kidney beans, red. Kidney beans are rich in protein and fiber, but when undercooked, they contain a toxin called phytohemagglutinin. As little as 4 undercooked beans can cause extreme nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. In 2006, the UK Food Standards Agency issued warnings after multiple food poisoning incidents linked to improperly cooked beans in slow cookers. Always soak beans for at least 5 hours and boil them for a minimum of 10 minutes. 3. Pufferfish, fugu. A single pufferfish has enough tetrodotoxin to kill 30 adults. The toxin is 1/200 times more deadly than cyanide. Japan allows only licensed chefs with 3 or more years of training to serve it. Despite the strict regulations, deaths still occur. About 24 cases are reported annually in Japan, often from amateur cooks trying to prepare it at home. Symptoms include numbness, paralysis, and respiratory failure. 4. Death cap mushrooms. Death cap mushrooms are responsible for over 90% of mushroom poisoning deaths globally. Just half a cap can be lethal. The danger lies in their delayed symptoms. People feel fine for hours, allowing the toxins to irreparably damage their liver and kidneys. Treatment often requires liver transplants. Mistaking them for edible mushrooms is a fatal error, especially among foragers in Europe and North America. 5. Rhubarb leaves. The red stalks of rhubarb are safe, but the green leaves contain oxalic acid and anthraquinone glycosides. Ingesting large quantities can cause kidney stones, breathing difficulties, and even coma. During World War I, people were mistakenly advised to eat rhubarb leaves during food shortages, leading to poisonings and deaths in the UK. Just 2 to 3 pounds of rhubarb leaves could be fatal to an adult. 6. Nutmeg. Nutmeg contains myristicin, a psychoactive compound that can cause hallucinations, nausea, and seizures in high doses. 2 tablespoons can trigger toxic effects, and cases of nutmeg poisoning have been reported among teenagers looking for a legal high. In one extreme case, a woman in New Jersey was hospitalized after consuming just 3 teaspoons in a smoothie. 7. Peanuts. About 1 in 50 children in the U.S. has a peanut allergy, and reactions can be fatal within minutes. Peanuts are responsible for the majority of food allergy deaths. Symptoms of anaphylaxis include throat swelling, shortness of breath, and unconsciousness. Over 150 deaths in the U.S. each year are attributed to severe allergic reactions to peanuts and tree nuts. Many schools have adopted peanut-free policies to protect vulnerable children. 8. Sanakji, live octopus. Sanakji is served raw and still squirming in Korean restaurants. The suction cups on the tentacles can stick to the throat and cause choking. Around 3 to 6 people die each year in South Korea from eating sanakji. Even experienced eaters are at risk if they don't chew thoroughly. It's a culinary thrill, but one that comes with real danger. 9. Casu marzu banned by the European Union. Casu marzu is a cheese containing live maggots. The larvae ferment the cheese, creating a creamy texture and pungent smell. But if the maggots survive the digestive process, they can cause myiasis, an infection where fly larvae grow inside the human body. The cheese can also harbor harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli if not handled properly. 10. Unpasteurized honey for infants. Honey can contain spores of Clostridium botulinum, a bacterium that causes botulism in infants. The CDC reports approximately 100 cases of infant botulism in the U.S. each year. many linked to raw honey. Symptoms include constipation, weak cry, and difficulty breathing. Babies under 12 months should never be given honey, even in small amounts. 11. Shellfish during red tide. Shellfish, like clams and mussels, can accumulate toxins during algal blooms called red tides. One of these, saxitoxin, causes paralytic shellfish poisoning, PSP, which can lead to respiratory failure within 30 minutes. The U.S. has stringent monitoring programs, but in other parts of the world, people are still at risk. In 2018, PSP killed 3 people in the Philippines after they consumed contaminated mussels. 12. Raw flour and dough. You might think only raw eggs are dangerous in cookie dough, but flour can also carry E. coli. In 2016, a massive recall affected over 10 million pounds of flour in the U.S. due to contamination. Symptoms from E. coli include bloody diarrhea and kidney failure. Avoid raw dough and wash hands and surfaces after handling flour. 13. Soft cheeses and deli meats for pregnant women. Listeria monocytogenes can survive refrigeration and infect foods like deli meats and soft cheeses. Pregnant women are 10 times more likely to get listeriosis. The infection can cause miscarriage, stillbirth, or premature delivery. Heating deli meats until steaming and avoiding unpasteurized cheeses are key safety steps. In 2011, a listeria outbreak in cantaloupe killed 33 people in the U.S. A reminder that contamination can happen in unexpected places. 14. Leafy greens. Leafy greens are among the most frequent culprits in foodborne illness outbreaks. Between 2014 and 2020, the CDC linked over 40 outbreaks to spinach, lettuce, and other greens, resulting in hundreds of hospitalizations and several deaths. E. coli and listeria thrive in contaminated irrigation water. Washing greens thoroughly and buying pre-washed, bagged options with clear sourcing can reduce risk. 15. Raw oysters. Raw oysters can harbor Vibrio vulnificus, a bacteria that thrives in warm coastal waters. Infections can cause sepsis and amputations. The CDC estimates that 100 people become seriously ill each year in the U.S. from Vibrio, with a fatality rate as high as 33%. People with liver disease or weakened immune systems are especially vulnerable. Cooking oysters eliminates the bacteria. Slurping them raw is rolling the dice. Outro: food is one of life's pleasures, but it comes with responsibility. Whether it's exotic cuisine or everyday pantry items, knowing how to prepare and handle your food can be the difference between a great meal and a medical emergency. Which of these foods surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating and sometimes frightening facts from the Lexicon of Lists.